A very good morning to uh, one and all. So, in the previous class, we have started with the introduction, okay, about the syllabus about of Indian financial services, okay, what is there, and we have seen what is the objective of studying this what is the objective of studying this subject we have seen, okay, and what is the syllabus is there in this subject, okay. As you know, I have told you about 3 units. Already I have discussed with the 3 units for you. Okay. So in the first unit, I have told you that we will be studying about introduction. Okay. What is financial services? Okay. Its meaning, its definition, we'll study features, classification, and some stages. Second unit, it was about merchant banking. Okay, hope everyone know what is merchant banking. I have given some introduction about this merchant banking. Okay, some meaning I have told you what is merchant banking. Okay, who will be regulated merchant banking. Okay, if we want to open a merchant banking, we should take a permission from SEBI. Okay, that is Security Exchange Board of India. Okay, what is the registration process? Okay, of merchant banking. There will be initial registration, and we will be having some permanent registration of merchant banking that we have seen. And in merchant banking, there will be four categories, like category 1, category 2, category 3, category 4, and some code of conducts and some what are the responsibilities. In third unit, we will be having some leasing finance, where there will be two parties, lessor and lessee. In that, we will be studying about types of leasing. Okay, types of leasing, we will be having merits and demerits. That we will be studying some problems. Okay, in third unit, we will be having some problems: cash inflow, cash outflow. Coming to the fourth unit. Okay, coming back to the fourth unit. In this fourth unit, we will be studying about factoring, and forfeiting. Okay, in this also there will be problems. Okay, in third unit as well as fourth unit, we will be having problems. See, in fourth unit, we will be having a problems on factoring. Okay, for 5 marks, compulsory for 5 marks, we will be asking a problem. Like in factoring, mainly two types of problems we will be asking: recourse factoring problems and without recourse factoring problem we will be asking. N number of types are there of factoring: recourse, non-recourse, maturity, advance, uh, domestic factoring, international financing. N number of types are there. We will study the types, but in your syllabus only in out of 6 types, 2 types of problems you will be asking: recourse factoring problem, non-recourse factoring problem. We will be studying its advantages, its some disadvantages, what are the advantages and disadvantages of factoring, and we will be studying about forfeiting meaning and its process. See, I'll give some meaning of factoring. What is factoring? See, factoring means we can say it is one kind of agent. Okay. See, factoring means they are one kind of agent. Okay. Who helps to recover the debts as well as bad debts. Understood? Factoring are nothing but one kind of agents, financial institutions agents. They are agents who helps to recover the debts as well as bad debts. Okay. See, there are two persons, buyer and seller is there. See, in simple, we'll explain the example. What is factoring? How factoring will be working in financial institutions. So there is a buyer as well as seller. Okay, what seller does? he purchased the goods from buyer on credit basis. Understood? What does seller? What does he purchase? A goods on credit basis from seller. Okay, all the invoices will be done on credit basis. He will purchase. What seller tells, I will repay the amount after 50 days. Okay, take examples. What does seller purchase goods from, sorry, buyer? What does buyer does? Buyer purchase goods on credit basis from buyer. What he will promise, I will pay you after 50 days. Buyer agrees. Okay, to take the goods, you make the payment after 50 days. All the invoices will be exchanged. Okay, 10 days over, 40 days over, 50 days over, 55 days over, but the seller is not paying the amount to the buyer, to the seller. Okay, what he will do, he will send the notice, make the payment, make the payment, but he is not responsive, he is not paying the payment. What does seller do? He hires a factor, he hires a agent, that I have sell to this person goods, he is not paying my money, go and uh, take the money. Agent will go to the seller and he will recover all the amount. That is called as factoring. Factoring are nothing but one kind of agents who recovers the bad debts as well as debts. Okay, ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ, ಒಬ್ಬನ ಬಾಯರ್ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ, ಒಬ್ಬನ ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಇರ್ತಾನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಬಾಯರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಕಡೆ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಕ್ರೆಡಿಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ನಾನು ನಿನ್ಗೆ ಇದು ರೊಕ್ಕ ಆಫ್ಟರ್ 30 ಡೇಸ್ ನಾನು ನಿಂಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಬಾಯರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ, ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಎಗ್ರಿ ಆಗ್ತಾನೆ. ಬಟ್ 30 ದಿನ ಆಯ್ತು, 40 ದಿನ ಆಯ್ತು, ಅವ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ರಿಪೇನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಅವ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಸೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ನನ್ಗೆ ರೊಕ್ಕ ಕೊಡ್. ಅವ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಇದು ರೆಸ್ಪಾನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತೇನ. ಅವಾಗ ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಇವ್ರು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಹೈಯರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕರಿತಾನೆ. ದಟ್ ನಾನು ಅವನಿಗೆ ಉದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೆ, ಅವ ರಿಪೇನೆ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. ಅವಾಗ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅವನಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ನಾನು ನಿಂದೆಲ್ಲ ರೊಕ್ಕ ಇಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ನನ್ಗೆ ಅವ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರೀ ಒಳಗೆ ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಲ, ಫ್ರೀ ಒಳಗೆ ಅವ್ರು ಯಾರು ವರ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ನಾನು ನಿಂದ ರೊಕ್ಕ ಪ್ರಾಮಿಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನಿಮ್ ರೊಕ್ಕ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀ ನನ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕು, ಫೀಸ್ ಆರ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಯೂಶಲಿ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ರೊಕ್ಕ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ವಸೂಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ರಿಕವರಿಂಗ್ ದ ಮನಿ, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನ್ರಿ, ಸಮ್ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಅವ್ನಿಗೆ 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬರುದೈತಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬರುದೈತಿ. ಅವಾಗ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, 50% ಅವನಿಗೆ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. 1 ಲಕ್ಷ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, 50,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಸ್ಯಾಲರಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಅವ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಉಳ್ಕಿದ ರೊಕ್ಕ ತಗೊಂಡ್ಬಂದು ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಇವ್ರೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಬೇಸಿಕಲಿ ಬಿಲ್ಸ್ ರಿಸೀವಬಲ್, ಸಾರಿ debts ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ರಿಕವರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಆಸ್ ಅ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್. ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ ಏಜೆಂಟ್ಸ್. ಸಿ, ಫೋರ್ಫಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು, ಇದು ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಲೆವೆಲ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನೇನೋ ಉದ್ರಿ ಅವ ಇಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತಾನ, ಇದು ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಇಂಡಿಯಾ, ವಿಚ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಡೊಮೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್. ಫೋರ್ಫಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ವಿಚ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್. ಓಕೆ, ಒನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡ್ರಿ ಉದ್ರಿ ಮೇಲೆ, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ವಿ ಕಾಲ್ ಎಸ್ ಫೋರ್ಫಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಯು ಸಮ್ ಮೋರ್ ಪಾರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವೆ. ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬರೀ ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ಸ್, ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ ಅಷ್ಟೇ. ಫೋರ್ಫಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ which comes under through international, that is called as factoring and forfeiting. ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಡೊಮೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಡೊಮೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನೇನು ನಾವು ಉದ್ರಿ ತಗೊಂಡ್ರಿ, ಅವ್ರಷ್ಟೇ ಡೊಮೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಉದ್ರಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ರಿಕವರಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಫೋರ್ಫಿಟಿಂಗ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಥ್ರೂ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ, ಒನ್ ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕಂಟ್ರಿ ಗೂಡ್ಸ್ ಪರ್ಚೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. ದಟ್ ಕಮ್ಸ್ ಅಂಡರ್ forfeiting. I think everyone have understood what is factoring and forfeiting. They are nothing but agents who recovers the debts as well as bad debts. Okay, that is called as factoring. See, the main objectives of this factoring. Okay, what is the purpose of this objectives? Means to convert the credit bills into cash. The main objectives of this factoring, to convert the credits, whatever the credits have taken, that credit they will convert into cash. This is the first objectives of factoring, as well as to transfer the risk of bad debts, to reduce the risk. Okay, to reduce the risk of bad debts. Usually ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವ ಒಂದು ಡೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ, ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಡೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಡೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವ್ರಿ ಈಸಿಲಿ ರಿಕವರಬಲ್ ಆಗ್ತಾವ. ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಡೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅದು ಈಸಿಲಿ ರಿಕವರ್ ಆಗಲ್ಲ. ಥ್ರೂ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ರಿಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ನಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ಸ್ಟೆಪ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಇವ್ರೇನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಹೆಂಗಾದ್ರೆ ರೊಕ್ಕ ಇಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ವಸೂಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಫಾರ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಪರ್ಪಸ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್, ಇನ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಕಿಂಗ್ ಸೆಕ್ಟರ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಫಾಲೋಯಿಂಗ್ ದಿಸ್ ಪ್ರೊಸೀಜರ್ಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಹೆಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ರೊಕ್ಕ ತಗೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ದಮ್ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ ನಾವು, ಸಮ್ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬೇಕು. ಕಮಿಷನ್ಸ್ ಇವ್ರಿಗೆ ಹೆಂಗಿರ್ತಾವ, ಆನ್ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಇರ್ತಾವ. ಓಕೆ, ಆನ್ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ರೊಕ್ಕ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಅದರ ರೊಕ್ಕ ಮೇಲೆ ಪರ್ಸೆಂಟೇಜ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಅವ್ರು ಫೀಸ್ ತಗೋತಾರೆ. ಓಕೆ, next, to manage the debts. Okay, these are the various objectives of factoring. Okay, some types we are having, types of factoring we are having, like we are having recourse factoring, non-recourse factoring, advance factoring, maturity factoring, domestic factoring, international factoring. Certain types of factoring we are having. See, first we have recourse factoring and non-recourse. ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ರಿಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವ, ರಿಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ರಿಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವ, ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಳ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವ್ನ ಕಡೆ ಯಾರ್ಯಾರು ಉದ್ರಿ ತಗೊಂಡಾರ ಅವ್ರದ್ದೆಲ್ಲ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸಿ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಟೈಪ್ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಟೆಲಿಂಗ್, ರಿಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ರಿಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವ, ಏನೇನ್ ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಇರ್ತಾನ ನೋಡ್ರಿ, ಅವ್ನ್ ಏನೇನ್ ರೊಕ್ಕ ಬರುದದ ಎಲ್ಲ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಏಜೆಂಟಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ಅವಾಗ ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಏನಂತ, ನೀ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್, ಬರೀ ಡೆಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ರಿಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಾ, ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಡೆಟ್ಸ್ ನಾ ರಿಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಎಸ್ ರಿಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್. ಯೂಶಲಿ ವಿ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ debts as well as bad debts. Okay, recourse factoring ಒಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ, ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಏನಂತ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್, ನೀ ಬರೀ ಡೆಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ರಿಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಾ, ಡೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ನಾ ರಿಕವರ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ. ಇನ್ ರಿಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪೇ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ರಿಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪೇ ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಎದಕ್ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪೇ ಸಿಗ್ತದ ಅಂದ್ರೆ, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ he is recovering only debt amount. That is called as recourse factoring. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬರ್ತದೆ ನಾನ್ ರಿಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್. ನಾನ್ ರಿಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಏನಂತ, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್ ನೀವು ಎರಡು ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಇಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಡೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ನು ಇಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರಬೇಕು, ಬ್ಯಾಡ್ ಡೆಪ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ನು ಇಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಇಲ್ಲೇನಿರ್ತದೆ, ರಿಕ್ಸ್ ಹೈ ಇರ್ತದೆ ಮತ್ತು ಕಮಿಷನ್ನು ಹೈ ಇರ್ತದೆ. That is called as recourse factoring and non-recourse factoring. ಇದರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಿಮಗೂ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವೆ. ರಿಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್ ಮತ್ತು ನಾನ್ ರಿಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವೆ. ಐ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಹೋಪ್ ಎವ್ರಿ ಒನ್ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟುಡ್ ದ ರಿಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್ ಆಸ್ ವೆಲ್ as non-recourse factoring. ಓಕೆ, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್. ಓಕೆ, ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರಿ, ಅವ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಲಿಸ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ, ನನ್ನೊಂದು ಇಷ್ಟು ರೊಕ್ಕ ಬರುದೈತಿ, ನೀ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬರಬೇಕು. ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ದ ಅಮೌಂಟ್, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನ್ರಿ, ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಪೇಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಷ್ಟು ರೊಕ್ಕ ಬರುದೈತಿ, ನಾನು ರೊಕ್ಕ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಸಪೋಸ್ 1,00,000 ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಬರುದೈತಿ, 1,00,000 ಒಳಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನವ, 80,000 ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಉಳ್ಕಿ 20,000 ನನಗೆ ಆಮೇಲೆ ತಂದು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್. The name itself indicates advance. Before recovering the amount from the peoples, factor ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾನ್ರಿ, ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ ಸೆಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಇಫ್ 1,00,000 ಐತಿ, 80,000 rupees ಅವ ಕೊಡ್ಬಿಡ್ತಾನೆ, ರಿಮೈನಿಂಗ್ 20,000 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದು ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಆಸ್ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್. ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಬರ್ತದೆ ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಅ ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್. ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದ, ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಅಮೌಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಿದ್ದ. ಮೆಚುರಿಟಿ ಒಳಗೆ ₹1 ಅಡ್ವಾನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡಲ್ಲ, ಎಲ್ಲ ರೊಕ್ಕ ಇಸ್ಕೊಂಡ್ ಬಂದು ಆಮೇಲೆ ಅವನಿಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅದರ ಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ಕಮಿಷನ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಕಾಲ್ಡ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ types of factoring. N number of factoring we have in classes. We will study with detail with the problems. Okay, next we have some factoring, difference between factoring versus bill discounting we have. Okay, we have merits and demerits of factoring. Okay, difference between factoring versus bill discounting, that we will be studying some practical problems with this. And we have forfeiting. Now forfeiting ಹೇಳಿದೆ, factoring ಏನಾಗ್ತದ್ರಿ ಡೊಮೆಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ, forfeiting ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಂಟರ್ನ್ಯಾಷನಲ್, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟರ್, ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟರ್ಸ್, ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಬಯರ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ, ಸೆಲ್ಲರ್ ಬರ್ತಾರೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ n ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ. ಇನ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್ ಬರೀ ಏನ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ, ಕಸ್ಟಮರ್ ಬರ್ತಾರ, ಕ್ಲೈಂಟ್ ಬರ್ತಾರ, ಬರೀ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ, 3 ಪಾರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಅಷ್ಟೇ ಬರ್ತಾವ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರಿಂಗ್ ಒಳಗೆ. ಬಟ್ ಫೋರ್ಫಿಟ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಒಳಗೆ n ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಪಾರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ, ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪೋರ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ, ಇಂಪೋರ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ, buyers, sellers, ಹಿಂಗ್ ಬರ್ತಾವ. That we will be studying meaning of forfeiting, as well as we will be studying about its process. Okay, I think hope everyone have understood what we will be studying in the 4th unit. ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ತಿಳ್ಕೊರಿ, ಥರ್ಡ್ ಮತ್ತು ಫೋರ್ತ್ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಒಳಗೆ we will be solving the problems. Very easy problems ಅದಾವ. I think everyone we have done the problems of cash inflow, cash outflow. If you have solved that problems means it will become easy for you, but the solving procedure will be different. Okay, some leasing ಬರ್ತಾವ, okay, tax procedures ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರ್ತಾವ. But in factoring ಒಳಗೆ types of factoring, n number of factorings here, but problems will be only of 2 methods, that is recourse and non-recourse. Okay, see, coming back to the 5th unit. Okay, in 5th unit we will be studying about dematerialization, that will in short form we call as demat account. Okay, and rematerialization. Okay, in short form we call as a remat account. Both of demat and remat will be studying about its meaning, its process. Sometime demat account and remat account it process, ಎರಡೊಳಗೆ one questions ಬರ್ತದೆ, definitely one question will be asking. Explain the process of demat account, or you may ask remat account, its meaning, its objectives, and its process, merits and demerits we will be studying. I think hope everyone know what is demat account. Okay, demat account means everyone know where it is a process of converting physical shares into electronic forms. Okay, before we used to doing with the remat account. Okay, madal before we used to deal with the physical shares. Okay, before earlier when the stock market was introduced, we used to deal with the papers. Okay, we used to deal with the papers. Now at present generations we will deal with the electronic forms. It's of the merits of demat account, we can say it saves time, it saves cost. Okay, from fraud we can free, from fraud we can free. That is called as demat account. Means it is a process of converting physical sheets into electronic forms. For that we call as a demat account. Remat account means it is the opposite of demat account, where electronic shares are converted into physical certificates. Sorry, physical shares. For that we call as a remat account. I think hope everyone have understood what is demat account and remat account. Dematerializations and rematerializations. Dematerialization means converting physical shares into electronic forms. Remat account means converting electronic shares into physical shares. Its objectives we will be studying, and how the process will be there. What are DP, depository participants, that we will be studying in demat and remat account. Next, we will be having NSDL and CSDL. Okay, it is a very important topic. It is useful to all of you. Okay, NSDL and CSDL. NSDL ಅಂದ್ರೆ National Securities Depository Limited. Okay, National Securities Depositories Limited. One more we have CSDL, Central Securities Depository Limited. Actually it is CDSL. Okay, by mistake they have given. Actually it is CDSL. Okay, understood the full form of NSDL and CSDL. Okay, see NSDL, we can say it is one kind of organization. Okay, it is one kind of organization that facilitates holding of securities in the electronic forms. That we will be studying of NSDL, its objectives, its some functions we have. Okay, that we will be studying. Okay, where it is located. Okay, when it is started, that we will be studying. And one more we have online trading. Okay, one more we have online trading. See, online trading. Okay, online trading means, I think everyone know what is online trading. Online trading means it is one kind of system where all informations will be given. Okay, online trading ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನ್ರಿ, ಇದರೊಳಗೆ ಏನಾಗ್ತಾವ ಎಲ್ಲ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾವ. ಎದರ್ದ ಇನ್ಫಾರ್ಮೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ? About securities informations detail ಒಳಗೆ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ. About brokers ಯಾರ್ಯಾರ ಅದಾರ, dealers ಯಾರ್ಯಾರ ಅದಾರ, its prices etc. ಕೊಡ್ತಾರ. That is called as online trading. Okay, I think everyone have understood what is online trading. Online trading means where detailed information will be given. What kind of information will be given? About securities, about shares, brokers, and etc. etc. All information will be given. Next we have credit rating. Okay, I think everyone know what is credit rating. Ratings ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ ಇದರ ಮೇಲೆ. Okay, credit ratings ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಲ್ಲರ ಜೊತೆ ratings ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Either it may be individuals, it may be business peoples, it may be countries. Credit ratings ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. The best example of credit ratings. Okay, for example, we have taken loan from the bank. Okay, from XYZ bank, I have taken somebody have taken a loan in that bank. You ಏನು ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಿ, on time interest ಎಲ್ಲ pay ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ in means credit rating means suppose you have taken a loan from the bank. Okay, what you are doing, you are paying the interest as well as amount on time. You have recovered, you have paid all the loan. At that time bank ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ratings ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ that this person is very good, he has paid the amount on time. That ratings will be given. Same way for countries, ratings no ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. For example, India have taken loan from the other countries ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ratings ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. This country will pay the loans. Some ratings ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಹೆಂಗ್ ratings ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ, like A double A plus in ratings ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. We have symbols we are having, means some agencies will be having credit rating agency, like we have CRISIL. Okay, credit rating information services of India limited. Some institutions we have CRISIL ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ratings ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, some process we have, some rating symbols we will be having, like A1. Okay, A2, A plus plus ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ಹಿಂಗ್ ratings ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, like triple A50. Okay, ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ಸರ್, ಹಿಂಗ್ rating agencies ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, so this much we will be studying in this semester. If Indian financial services subject, totally we are having 5 units. Okay, 80% we have theory and 20% we have problems. Okay, I think hope everyone have cleared the understood the introduction of this syllabus. In first unit, we will be studying about introduction. What is financial services, meaning, classification, functions. Okay. In second unit, about merchant banking. What is merchant banking? How we should register to open a merchant banking. Its code of conduct, what books of account a merchant banking should maintain, what its responsibilities, its obligations, and what powers he will be having. That we will be studying in the second unit. In third unit, we will be studying about leasing. Okay, meaning, definition, types of leasing, and problems. Okay, cash inflow problem and cash outflow problem will be studying in third unit. Coming back to the fourth unit, in this we will be studying about factoring, its meaning, objectives, types, and problems. In this, we will be studying only two problems: recourse problem and non-recourse problem. Okay, and forfeiting. In fifth unit, we will be studying about demat account, remat account, NSDL, CDSL, okay, credit ratings, and online trading. Okay, this much we will be studying in the third unit. From tomorrow onwards, we will start with the first unit. Okay, from tomorrow onwards, we will start with the first unit. Okay, I think hope everyone have got what we are studying in the first unit.